Okay, now this scene is sort of like, or after the newscast, it's basically a delay to where Bernie is finally getting the news update on his TV. So it's like a time delay there. So, um, so he listens to the TV, he hears what's going on, and then he heard about a bus. Now, he knew his mom was on, supposed to be on a bus. So right here to where it looked like he just got up and speed to the television real like super speed. So it's basically I have two characters. Okay, him. Let's go back over here and him. So I'll put this version of Bernie in front of the television, and I would go to the beginning of it, put them there, and then I'll click on visible and make them invisible. Okay, and then I'll go back to where this Bernie's at. So once he gets up off the couch, I make them invisible and then make this Bernie visible. I'll make the one on the couch visible and then this Bernie invisible at the same point of the timeline. And then what I do is right in between there, I would put this prop of the swoosh there. And then once that Bernie on the couch gets up, that's when I activate the swoosh. I'll activate visible because I have it invisible at the time, giving it the illusion that he's super speed to the television. And then I'll do it again. I'll put a Bernie over here. He's in the stance motion of like back over here. He's in a running stance. I put him in a running stance right here, and then I'll move him. I'll just grab them and move them out of the screen. Then I'll add the swoosh again. And then if you notice how the suit, because once he touches the suit, I'll click invisible. And all this is done in the timeline. So this is how this scene was made. In this scene here, I have him flying off through the city or flying over the city, and he lands on this building right here. So the trick is I want him to fly off that building and knock the robot down off his feet and drop the bus. So the way I did it is right here at this point, I got another character with him flying through the air, like going straight up like this. And I put him in this part of the timeline. Then what I do is I'll go back and I'll remove all objects to it. So this character will stay in place as I go back into the timeline. So what I would do is, when I do that, I'll put them right behind that robot. So you really can't see them right now. Alright, typically I would just put them invisible at that point until until the other character meets up with it. And when that happens, I would make the other character disappear by putting them in invisible. And then have the character shooting straight up like so, giving the impression that he is flying off the building, swooping down and knocking the robot off his feet. So in this case, I would put this character here. I would put him invisible. But since he's behind the robot, I really didn't have to, because the robot covers him up. But for this character here, once he goes down and meets the other character behind the robot, I would place him invisible. Again, it gives it the impression that he is swooping down and knocking the robot off his feet. That's how I did this scene.